transitioning over to our top 5 segment, which is still having to deal with the Emmys. This week, it is top 5 favorite shows that were snubbed by the Emmys. I went all time. Dustin went more recent. And definitely, it's still in current retrospect years, I would say.
Yeah,
within the last
you have a
five-ish.
couple current ones on there that I totally agree. I love this list because I agree with all of these.
Especially my number one, man. I'm super excited to talk about that because all of his shows have never really been nominated.
No,
completely ignored, which is crazy because the writing is brilliant.
And epic, huge stars on all of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Movie stars on all of them. It's unreal.
Exactly. Well, that's why you have to stay tuned for my number one pick, and we can talk all about this big freaking franchise, I guess you could say. But my number 5, my first pick, goes to Netflix's own Tires. This is a new half-hour comedy series that is on Netflix. The first season did very well. Of course, it has Shane Gillis attached as one of the main stars, and he is a writer, producer, executive producer on this as well. But it's just fun, lighthearted, like almost slapstick comedy in current day time that I feel like doesn't really get recognized enough. Obviously, we know that Ted Sarandos loves comedies, loves stand-up comedy, so this is definitely geared more towards that as well, which makes sense. But yeah, I definitely feel like Tires does not get recognized enough, especially in the comedy category, which it should. So yeah, my number 5, Tires, man.
I 1000% agree. I think this one should have been on the list. Performances from the show should have been on the list. It's a no-brainer to me. Just like my number 5. This one came swinging right out of the gate. Was the number 1 show on television when it debuted. The only reason it's still not the number 1, in my opinion, is because it was a mid-season replacement. It only had 10 episodes. So we're not still talking about it right now. But it got renewed immediately. And I'm talking, of course, about The Good Doctor's replacement. And very likely Grey's Anatomy's replacement down the line, Doc. Unbelievable performances week in and week out on that show. Touching on very touchy subjects. And not a single mention. Nothing. And I'm like, how do you ignore a show that does include diversity, inclusivity, outstanding performances, outstanding directing? Like everything about this show is fantastic. And they take risks with the subject matter that they're talking about. And yet, everything that they claim they're picking these other shows for, this show has and got no love. I don't understand. Is it just because it's on broadcast TV? Like, I don't understand. My number 5, Doc.
Yes, I completely agree. The more we go through our list, the more I'm recognizing a trend with a certain company, which we can dive deeper into a little bit later on. Number 4 for me goes to Yellow Jackets on Paramount Plus, CBS, all the good things. Yellow Jackets is freaking crazy. Acting is absolutely phenomenal. A huge stepping stone and pedestal for young actresses who are breaking into the entertainment industry that are going to take over the entertainment industry because it is performed brilliantly. Like every single actress that is a part of this show knocks it out of the park, especially the young versions of the kids. Like, I love every single, but then of course you have Melanie Linsky, you have so many others that are the adult versions of the characters as well that knock it out of the park. This is another show that has not been recognized enough because it's loosely about cannibalism, I feel like. So it's too dark, too crazy. The theme song still scares the shit out of me, but it's still a good show. It's number 4 for me, Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. And while Melanie Linsky finally got recognition, finally did get some Emmy nominations a couple of years ago for this show, it hasn't been recognized nearly enough. No. If you want to pick a show where, like I said, I have a real problem with, where you nominate literally everybody on the show, this should be one of those shows. Like you said, the young actors and the adult actors knock it out of the park every single episode. The directing is phenomenal. The storytelling, the writing, the look and feel of it, it should be nominated every single season. And the fact that it's ignored again, you want to praise shows for taking big swings or hitting controversial subjects. Well, this one does, and I don't know how you miss that. I don't know how you don't nominate that one. My number 4, same thing. Now I will say, Brian Henry Tyree got nominated. Okay, but again, this is where I have the biggest things. Like the same thing with Kathy Bates with Matlock and everything. This is a partnership duo of lead actors playing off of each other in the storyline. They need each other to progress the storyline. So how do you nominate Brian and not Wagner Moura? They both should have been nominated because it's equal in the story of what they're, and both the performance. And I would argue, and I love Brian, but I would argue Wagner more so deserved it because he's strung out. He's like whacked up. He is fucked up, and he's all into that. And I just think I don't know, both of these guys and the show in general. Guys, this is about Philly and about these two guys who pretended to be DEA agents and busted in on gangs and stole all their drugs and then, oops, busted in on the wrong fucking house where there was actual DEA agents undercover and they killed one of them. And then, yeah, all kinds of trouble went fucking, this was a brilliant show that is touching on something that is relevant, that is happening in society today, that is taking lives on a daily basis, the drug epidemic and opioids and all the crime and the gangs. Nothing. I mean, Brian, that's it. This should have been nominated. This is another one, kudos to Apple. This is an Apple series. Took the big swing and nailed it. And to their credit, every show they have is awesome. It's just true. It's awesome. And Sidetrack, because Jake Gyllenhaal got it, Presumed Innocent. Same thing. How do you nominate Jake and then nobody else on the show and not the show itself? It was brilliant. It was a switch take, different from the movie. Same premise, but different. And Ruth Negga should have been nominated for lead actress in the series. She was right there with Jake. Bam, 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 bam the whole time. Jake doesn't work without Ruth's performance. I don't know, man. So I just wanted to throw that one in there too. But my number 4, Dope Thief / Presumed Innocent.
For sure, man. For sure. Number 3 for me goes to The Better Sister. Now, this one is on Amazon Prime. It's got Elizabeth Banks. It's got Jessica Biel. It's got the kid from that 90s show. And then it's got What's-His-Face from Ant-Man. He was the bad guy in the first Ant-Man. This one is kind of like a thriller, a murder thriller type of show. And there's a lot of family drama.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like, the husband who dies was originally with the biological mother, but the sister comes in and steals her husband and also steals her baby and like a whole bunch of shit. But Jessica Biel and Elizabeth Banks acting side by side as sisters that are going head to head and then trying to figure out who murdered the husband. Like it's crazy. It's a crazy concept because, like, of course there's the blame game, pointing fingers in all different directions for different reasons. It's very intriguing and it's very enlightening in like how they bring these characters forward and how you like want to like them, but you're like, oh, you're actually kind of shady though, so I shouldn't like you. So the dynamic that it plays in your own mind is very fun. But it looks like too that not a lot of Amazon Prime got noticed this year.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because you used to have Fleabag and you used to have Marvelous Miss Maisel and a couple of other ones from Amazon Prime, and not happening now.
No.
What's going on? Oh yeah, they just had a head studio change up over there at Amazon MGM Studios. So we'll see what happens over there, but it's not looking good. They're still putting out good stuff, but apparently not big critically acclaimed stuff.
Yeah,
but
Reacher.
Better Sister is really good, guys. So please be sure to check that out. Number 3 for me, The Better Sister.
Wholeheartedly agree with everything you just said about that, and I would / Reacher. Phenomenal show that's getting no recognition. You're right. They are ignoring kind of Amazon. Going back to the other studio that they're ignoring on every which way possible. My number 3, Tracker. Guys, I get that the show is a little formulaic. You know, it's kind of a this is what's happening week in, week out. But it's outstanding stories every single week and phenomenal acting. It's Justin Hartley and Ken Olin is behind it. And Ken Olin is the guy who basically directed every episode almost of come on now, Justin Hartley. What's the name? This Is Us, and it's there. His direction on this show, the two of them working together. I mean, Justin Hartley is giving phenomenal performances week in and week out, just like he did on This Is Us. And this show is being completely ignored. It's the #1 show on television. Well, it keeps bouncing back and forth between that and Matlock, but since it debuted, and I don't understand how it doesn't get recognition. It has great guest stars making appearance. There should have been guest star Emmy nominations on there. I mean, Jensen Ackles, and I don't get it. I don't understand how you ignore a show. It's like the Oscars when they snub the biggest box office hit. This is like a #1 show drawing massive ratings, and we're just gonna act like it doesn't exist. I don't get that. I don't get it. My #3, Tracker.
Yeah, it is weird, man. It is weird. #2, which is very freaking surprising because this is very artsy. This is very drama. This is very going back to nostalgia, classic Paramount. I'm talking about The Offer, which is basically the making of The Godfather, which is crazy because this thing was absolutely wild, man. You have Miles Teller. You have Justin Chambers from used to be from Grey's Anatomy, playing Marlon Brando. You have Dan Fogley, I think that from the Goldbergs and a couple of different things. He was absolutely amazing as Francis Ford Coppola. So many performances that knock it out of the park.
Matthew
and
Good,
a very artsy show. Like, I don't understand. This show didn't get recognized by the Television Academy at all. So yeah, I was super disappointed in that because it shows the making of one of the best film, if not the best film of all time. So I don't absolutely understand. So #2 for me, The Offer.
Yeah, just insane, right? It makes absolutely no sense at all how that was ignored. It just, I don't even know. Just mind-boggling. My #2, same thing. This is a phenomenally diverse cast. African American, Latino, white, indigenous, Native American. Like, this cast is full of diversity and inclusivity. They have LGBTQ characters. They don't stray away. You're talking drug use, crime, murder, illegitimate children, adoption. They don't stray away from any, subject that they dive into everything. And of course, I'm talking about Fire Country. They also dive into politics about how it ain't always great when they're trying to fight fires. Government doesn't give them the funding, or they want to shut things down, or they don't want to give second chances to convicts. This is a phenomenal show with phenomenal performances week in and week out from the entire cast. And again, completely ignored. I don't understand. Because, when we were talking about all the ones that got nominated, we had that little checklist, great storytelling, great acting, diversity, inclusivity. All these on our list are check, 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 check. Why are they not nominated? There's got to be a reason. I think the majority of my list was not nominated because it's on broadcast television and not streamers, which is just insane to me because these shows are what we say we want and they're still being ignored. So my #2, Fire Country, and hopefully that cast and those creators will get recognized at some point because it's a fantastic show.
Completely agree, man. Completely agree. Well, my #1 goes to Billy Bob Thornton and Taylor Sheridan's Landman. Now, this is crazy, guys, because if you've watched any of the Taylor Sheridan shows, he is a phenomenal freaking writer. Maybe the best writer that is in the entertainment industry right now, but the Television Academy has completely ignored him throughout his entire run. Like, how has Yellowstone not been nominated for anything before in the past? Like, I don't know, It's very frustrating because, like, is it because it is a blue collar type of show? Is it because it's very Americana and, like, we're kind of still in a woke culture in the entertainment industry? Or
I don't
is it
know.
because, like, it's mainly, like, based around, like, a loosely cowboys and Indians type of theme? Like, I don't get it because it's an amazing show. It gets amazing ratings. All of the spin-offs do great. They're critically acclaimed, but they're not getting the attention and notoriety from these award shows that it should be getting. Like, how is this show not pulling in Emmys and Golden Globes every single year? It makes no freaking sense. But especially Landman. Landman is so freaking good. I just got done watching the first season a couple months ago, and Billy Bob Thornton takes this thing by the horns and just rides it off into the sunset. The writing is phenomenal. It makes you laugh, it makes you cry, it makes you be proud of who you are as like a family man or just a man trying to get his family back together. Like, it's a phenomenal show that definitely has not been given the credit it deserves. So, number one for me, Landman.
Oh, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, come on, Billy Bob Thornton, he should have been winning an Emmy every fucking week. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand how that his performance is superior. It's
Mm-hmm.
absolutely brilliant. And Paulina Chavez, like Ali Larder, they talk about diversity and inclusivity. The majority of this show is highlighting the problem that people have with the Latino community. They're basically like, hey, wait a minute, not all of us are fucking drug dealers and cartel members or
Right.
illegitimate, illegal aliens. Some of us are just good people here, right? And they touch on that. They don't shy away from it. And the diversity in the cast and the people that they have, oh my God, I'm right there with you. I don't understand. I mean, like you said, Lioness, Zoe Zeldana, Nicole Kidman. I don't understand how that one hasn't been nominated. The snub for Taylor Sheridan's universe in general just is mind boggling to me.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Mayor of Kingstown, like,
Yeah,
so
just
good.
all. Yeah, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
My number one, I'm convinced the only is because it's on NBC. If
Mm.
this was on HBO Max, it would be knocking it out of the park with fucking nominations. I'm talking about Found. And I am convinced it is ignored because it is on broadcast television and not on a streamer. This is the one with Shanola Hampton and Mark Paul Gosselaar. This hits every category massively. And I want to give credit. Shanola Hampton, Kelly Williams, Brett Dalton, Gabrielle Walsh, Arlen Esperada, Karim Oberry, Mark Paul Gosselaar, Rosaria Carter, Anissa Niall Johnson, Jasmine, Bill Kelly. The cast is unbelievable, y'all. Knock it out of the park on every episode. Gives you every range of emotion and feels with the storyline that's happening. This is about representation of people of color who are ignored in this country, especially when they go missing. And what the show is all about, focusing on missing people and focusing specifically on missing people of color and the issues that go on in this country, and completely ignored. And I just don't get that. I mean, and again, this is much like what you said with Yellow Jackets. The back and forth between the young actors who were playing the young versions of the older actors that were kidnapped, right? The back and forth with those performances, it was just mind-boggling, phenomenal, and terrifying. I mean, Mark Paul Gosselaar, Zach himself, terrifying in this show. And how it was ignored, I'm convinced the only reason is because it was on broadcast. This is a show that deserved Emmy nominations. The entire cast deserved Emmy nominations, and I just don't get it. I feel bad for Shanola and the entire gang. I feel like it was underrepresented, and shame on all the studios for not picking this up, because they did try to shop it around to save it and nobody picked it up. Shame on all of y'all for not taking a swing on that, because this should have found a home on a streamer and it would have been slam dunk. It would have been huge in the ratings if it had found a show on a streamer. And that's just my opinion on it. But my number one, Found.
Yes, I completely agree, man. I mean, it definitely deserved way more than what it got, and it shouldn't have even been canceled in the first place.
No,
So,
no.
yeah, I completely agree. Well, we want to know, what is your favorite show that has been snubbed by the Emmys? Your favorite show that's never won an award, basically. Please be sure to comment below in the YouTube comment section or add us on X, Threads, Instagram, any of the good places. We love the fan interaction, so please be sure to let us know your favorite show that has never won an award.
Yes.